India's massive youth population is often seen as its primary economic engine. That window of opportunity is now a closing mathematical reality. In 2021, the nation's population pyramid featured a wide base of young citizens, tapering up to a narrow peak of elderly residents. Within 3 decades, that structure matures. The median age reaches 40, shifting the weight of the population from the base to a heavy bulge in the middle and a significant widening at the top. At the base, the child population is actively contracting. The total fertility rate is projected to hit 1.67, falling well below the level needed to replace the current generation. The youth bulge peaks around 2041. This creates a finite timeline to build national wealth before the population ages out of the workforce. Falling fertility rates are already leaving rural government schools with empty desks. As enrollment thins, the cost of keeping these individual schools open continues to rise. The policy response is school consolidation, merging these small, under-enrolled facilities to improve operational efficiency and resource allocation. Data from 10 states shows that consolidation is linked to a 4.45% drop in total village enrollments. For scheduled caste students, that decline is nearly double, at 8.5%. Merging schools increases travel distances. For marginalized communities and girls, the lack of reliable public transport turns a longer commute into a reason to drop out. Prioritizing infrastructure efficiency at the base of the pyramid creates an educational barrier that prevents thousands of future workers from ever entering the formal economy. At the center of the demographic curve, the working-age population is on track to reach roughly 1 billion people by 2047. Currently, the female labor force participation rate remains at 24%, significantly lower than the global average of 47%. This represents a massive disconnect between population size and economic output. Structural hurdles like unsafe urban transport, rigid workplace norms, and the absence of affordable childcare keep millions of educated women sidelined. The World Bank estimates that reaching high income status requires India to elevate female workforce participation to at least 50%. A working-age population of 1 billion can only drive the economy so far if half of its members are structurally barred from participating during these peak growth years. At the pyramid's top, advancements in healthcare and life expectancy are driving a rapid increase in the number of elderly citizens. The population aged 60 and above is projected to grow from 100 million in 2011 to 347 million by 2050. Despite this surge, state health budgets allocate less than 0.1% to elder care. This lack of funding, combined with a shortage of geriatric specialists, leaves the current healthcare system ill-equipped for an aging society. This shift is creating a $50 billion silver economy, a growing market for assistive technologies, home-based healthcare, and specialized financial services for seniors. Without immediate investment in this infrastructure today, the incoming silver tsunami will place a severe strain on the national economy just as the workforce begins to shrink. Protecting marginalized students today builds the skilled tax base required to fund the 347 million elderly of 2050. Every layer of the demographic pyramid is financially linked. For the UPSC syllabus, these demographic shifts are central to General Studies Paper 1. They explain the rapid fragmentation of traditional joint families as younger members migrate for work, leaving seniors without traditional support. The social consequences of school rationalization and the gaps in geriatric healthcare provide direct evidence for answers in General Studies Paper 2 on social justice and governance. These same themes, female labor force participation and the emerging silver economy, are the primary drivers of sustainable growth discussed in GS Paper 3. India's future depends on more than just sheer numbers. It depends on the precise, data-driven integration of every demographic layer while the window remains open.